Hey guys, Rebecca here. It is Friday morning. Yesterday was show and tell Thursday, and I did not show or tell. I was up at Baylor getting my body scanned. I have to do that every 6 months. I get my noggin scanned every 3 months. And that's what I was doing. But I was making art, so I will show and tell you about that today. So, up at Baylor, Sammons Cancer place on Worth Street, where I get my treatments and stuff. They have an art studio. So the way this works is I go in the morning and they did lab work, they drew some blood. It was pretty bad yesterday. They had to put an IV in my hand for the body scans because they put this contrast in my body. And they couldn't tap the good vein because it had already been tapped that morning for blood work. So they had to go in my hand and it hurt. It was pretty crummy. But, you know, it's life. So I did that, and then I have a break, like hour and a half, 2 hour break after that scan before I go in and get my bones scanned, because they put another dye contrast in me. They put two different contrasts in me, I think. And then the bone contrast has to sit in my body for a couple hours, and I'm told to leave and drink a bunch of water. So that's what I did. So I had hang time, but it's like not enough time. I live pretty close, but it's not enough time to come home and get anything done other than letting the dogs out, which, you know, but they have this really cool arts and crafts room up at Sammons, and it is perfect for that hang time where you've got a lot going on that day at the hospital, but you've got a break. So I had a little lunch, and then I went into the room and I made a self-portrait. I like it okay. My face is a little long, but it's kind of how I was feeling yesterday. I was feeling kind of long in the face. But yeah, you can see art in the background of the image. Was the art room behind me. I just shot a little selfie on my phone. I really like just kind of like a portion of this. I think I'm going to crop this in an unusual way and just use part of it because I don't really like how long my face is. But it was fun, and I worked with some cool markers. I'll do a shot of that. Crayon markers by Crayola, and they're this long water tippy thing. So anyway, that was kind of cool to play with, something I hadn't played with before. So that was my day yesterday, self-portrait at Baylor. I wanted to talk a little bit today about cancer. I don't really talk about it a whole lot on this channel because the channel's more about art and stuff, but it is part of my reality. And stage 4 cancer is cancer that they can sometimes maintain and treat, but there's no stage 5. After stage 4, you're done. So this is probably what's going to take me down eventually. I did have progression in my bones back in the summer, and so these scans will tell us if the new drug they put me on is working, and I feel like it is. I feel pretty good. I'm finally at a level where I can tolerate the drug. It's always hard when you shift drugs. There's always a new host of side effects you've got to adjust to, and your body does adjust and get used to the onslaught, or that's not the right word, but you know what I mean, the attack on your body by the chemicals and stuff. They're hard on you. These drugs are hard on you, but they work often. And when you're stage 4, you don't get to some miracle cure place. Rarely does that happen. Some people get to a place called NED, which is no evidence of disease. Some women just stay stable for years and years and years, and stable's kind of the goal. When you're stable, you don't have any new lesions. The lesions that have metastasized to your lungs, to your brain, to your bones, to your liver, wherever they've gone, those lesions may still be there but not growing. But they're there, you know, or remnants of them are there. So yeah, NED is the goal, but you don't always get to NED, and you accept stable as a win. Yay, you know. And so that's what we're hoping will be on these scans, that I'm stable. But I wanted to talk about the disease because it's kind of lonely, because I feel great. You know, I look like a normal person. Well, sort of normal as you can look, with purple hair and a flat chest. But I'm out there living my life. I'm teaching my classes. I'm making art. I have energy for the most part. I feel pretty good. My family, I feel like my family thinks that I'm in some kind of remission. And I'm not, you know? And so that's kind of weird. And it can feel kind of lonely when you know you're still battling and doing everything you can to have a positive outlook and to not think about the elephant in the room, and the elephant is death. Of course, it's in the room for all of us, whether we have stage 4 cancer or not, and everybody says that, it's like, yeah, but it's in the room for me, Death is there. It's on your mind. And family sees me acting and feeling great, and so they get to live in denial that Rebecca's in remission, she's doing good, and they ask every now and then, hey, how's it going? They will ask, but they don't get it. They don't really get the disease, because so many people see people with earlier stages and stuff, and they get past it and they're done. They're finished. They get to be a normal person again. And I don't get that. And it can feel kind of lonely. But I do have a handful of girlfriends that get it. I have a handful of women in the Mosaic world that they've either seen people go down this road before, or they're just paying attention to what I say, to the words coming out of my mouth, and they understand, and they get it. And there's an understanding with these women. And I have a really close girlfriend that is part of the family, and she gets it. She's like a sister to me, and she totally gets it. And these people that get it, they get to be privy to the gallows humor. Because, sometimes you joke about this stuff because you have to, but you don't joke about it with people who think you're all done and everything's hunky-dory fine, because, they're not in on the joke. And I'm sorry they're not in on the joke. I'm sorry they're not in on the pain too and the reality of it, but you have to let them live where they're at with it and know that people handle what they can handle, and I'm just really fortunate to have a really good handful of women that totally have my back all the time, and they know how hard it is, and they can be in denial when they want to be in denial, but the reality is most of the time they know, and they're right there beside me, and they get it. And my husband gets it, so I'm really fortunate that he gets it, And he's another one. I have to let him be in denial sometimes. I can't talk about it. He doesn't like to talk about when I'm gone, and sometimes I go there, and he lets me go there, but he doesn't want to go there. He doesn't want to talk about it. He doesn't want to talk about that reality as a possibility, because he doesn't want to lose me. I get it. And so I'm kind of whining because I'm saying it's hard. You don't get what stage 4 is like, people. So many of you don't understand that it's here. It's in me. It's not going away, and I have to deal with that. But I don't understand what it's like to show up for somebody you love that's going through this and has to deal. So, I don't know what that's like. So, actually I do. I lost my mom, but back then they didn't have the drugs they have now that can keep you around for years and years and years. And I plan to be here for years and years and years. So this isn't a, oh, woe is me, I'm dying video. I'm going to be here for years. But it's not without a lot of hard work. So this is my stage 4 cancer and art video. So that's just really feeling grateful for the women in my life that do, and my husband that do understand that this is hard. When everybody else is Christmas shopping, I'm at Baylor getting scanned. So it is what it is, and I'm sure it will be good news. And if it's not good news, we will switch drugs and try something else. If it's still progressing, there's still some stuff he can try, and we will try that. And I'm not done. But anyway, so there's my rant. If you know somebody with stage 4 cancer, just be extra kind to them and know they're not, there's, even if they look great and feel great, they're still going through a lot, and there's stuff in their head that they have to deal with. So whether physical lesions or mental stuff, I have both of those. So anyway, signing off. May try to get one more video in before Christmas. We'll see. And I hope you guys have a good weekend and a good Friday. And thanks for listening. And again, thank you to those women that follow my channel, that are my friends, that understand what I'm going through, because it's hard. So anyway, thanks.